120 because they're looking to attract candidates to their schools. How low do you think, I mean, first of all, will private universities accept the blame for this low standards which people are complaining about? And how low do you think private universities should go because they're looking for candidates?
This issue of 120 over 400 being the so-called cut-off points is actually wrong. It's pass mark. When you conduct an exam, it's not a cut-off. I don't even know why officials of JAM use cut-off. There's a difference between pass mark. The difference is this. The body that conducts the exam must tell us that we won't accept anybody below this mark. So 120 cannot be cut-off. Cut-off obtains in the universities. For each course, there's a cut-off. If you want to read medicine, then that is when the word cut-off is applicable. You have passed JAM, okay, but we have a social number of spaces, and we cannot take below 295 or something. In pharmacy, it may be 270. In biology, it may be 200 and all that. So that's cut-off. I don't know why people use the word cut-off for this 120 thing. And let me ask you a question.
But that's 30%.
That's 30%. And to pass in a university, you need 40%. Even in some universities, now 45%.
So are they going to lower to 30%?
So does it make sense to admit somebody who scored 30% into a system that will require him to score 40 or 45% to be able to get a degree? No, you see, I'm not bothered about 120 in a sense, because I know that no responsible university will go lower than 40%, which is 160. It used to be 160. In the time of the board during it came up to 180. And that's sanity. This 120 thing, I don't know how they got about it. What JAM has said is that virtually everybody that writes JAM will now be eligible for admission. And what they are saying without knowing is that we are no longer relevant. If you conduct an exam and everybody who writes the exam is qualified to go to the university, so why conduct that exam? I believe in JAM, but they should raise the pass mark up to 160 at least. 160 is 40%. In our days when we were in secondary school, you score below 50, maybe 40, and the school promotes you, your dad tells you to go and repeat. That you can't go to the next class unless you score 50. It happened in our time, and most of them are professors now. They are forced. So you don't impose mediocrity on people. That's what has happened from this stakeholders meeting thing that JAM is denying. And I wouldn't believe that somebody will chair a meeting and the meeting will end up taking a decision that is opposed to his own feelings, and he will now be defending it.
Mark has a question for you. Mark?
That doesn't quite answer the question, in the sense that, first of all, we attended that meeting. Our correspondents were in that meeting where the JAM registrar asked the vice chancellors who were present there, and there was a resounding yes. I mean, that was what was agreed, 120. And now the universities have come up with their cutoff point, or whatever name we choose to call it, and we see a lot of them around the 120 mark. That's what they have chosen, especially private universities. Are they responsible for making JAM bring down these figures? Because people are complaining that these figures are too low. Will private universities bear the burden of responsibility on this particular mark?
Now, let me tell you, I wasn't at that meeting, but even if I was there, it would not have made a difference. If the opinion of vice chancellors is actually what JAM wants, they should send it to the Secretary General and let them call a meeting of vice chancellors. You'll find that they won't arrive at 120. And I keep on saying it, no responsible VC we admit somebody with 120. And of course, if I was there as a VC of one of the first generation universities, and I know that I will never go below 200, so the minimum may not be so important to me. But talking about private universities, I don't even believe that it's private universities that will benefit from this lowering of pass mark. I don't believe so. I believe it's the educationally disadvantaged states that will benefit. I operated in Ondo as a vice chancellor for years. And let me just talk about Ondo. There's Oye Ekiti, that catchment area, I mean. There's ASUU in Okitiupa, government owned. There's one in Oyeki, the same catchment area. I can't believe that a parent will see that type of university charging 120, 100,000, and now take the child to Wesley or Elizabeth, charging over 400,000. So some state-owned and government-owned universities will still benefit from there if they choose to. So some private universities may not even benefit from this, even if they go as low as 120. Because the thing is, the financial power of the parent is very important. If your son scores 120 and you don't have 400,000 to pay, you go to state universities that will take him. So what I see in this lowering of pass mark is that the scenario that I visualize, somebody scoring 120 in Lagos State, for example, son of a wealthy person, may end up reading medicine in University of Maiduguri, where many people from here don't want to go. You may end up reading medicine, and it comes back 5 years later, and the theater will become a slaughterhouse.
Why do you think that University of Maiduguri will want to accept people?
That is if they accept. JAMB has not given them. That's the crime that JAMB has committed, crime in quote. Has not given every university, every college to take 100. I visualize a situation whereby somebody from the south, gains admission into a college of education in Kotangora or somewhere, if they accept 100. And it comes back 3 years after spreading ignorance, because they will be teaching our children. That is the long-term effect of lowering pass mark. And I think it should be resisted. But in a way, let us look at this year, and let's see the universities that go below 180 or 160.
You're confident that nobody will go for 120?
I'm not saying in confidence that nobody will go, but let us see. Parents should blacklist those universities that go as low as 120. You see, what JAMB has told you is that if it's 119, we won't accept. That's just what that pass mark means. Okay. But they're not saying that you must accept 120. So every university will just, will have to take a decision.
All right. So it was a pleasure to have you on. Professor Tola Badijo is the Pioneer Vice Chancellor, Wesley University in Ondo State. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you.
We'll be back in a moment. Don't go away.